This segment is brought to you by Barker Honda. It's better at Barker. All right, welcome back. As once again, we talk council business here in Terrebonne Parish. I'm Martin Falls. We do this weekly to try to get you involved and try to get you to know the agendas and go to some of the meetings. So without further ado, we have the council chair, Mr. Carly Harding. How are you today, sir?
I'm doing great.
Good to see you. And of course, Ms. Kim Chauvin, the council vice chair. Carly's in District 2, Kim's in District 8. Just for the record, they don't forget about their districts when they become the chair and the co-chair. They have to, really, as a council person, you're looking at all the districts anyway, all the time. All right, so we have some meetings coming up. What's, in your estimation, Mr. Chair, what's the meat and potatoes that's going to happen this week?
Well, tonight, I know you get it out there in time, April 14th, 2025. Monday night, we have committee meetings. Yeah. I encourage all the people that are out there just trying to find out about government, what's going on in government. That's the meat and potatoes where we actually have the discussions. And then Wednesday, we can have a little follow-up plus a little extra. So in our Budget and Finance Committee tonight at 5:30, we have the 10 SUVs that's going to be purchased by for the police department, a dump truck and drainage, Zoom phones, and one of the important things tonight in our committee meeting will be a solid waste contract. So we're renewing a solid waste contract. Has a value of about $7.2 million per year with a 3-year contract. And then the community development, we have on April 29th, we're going to actually call out that we're going to have 29, I think 39 structures to be up for condemnation. And the Brady Bridge update, we're going to have that. And we're also going to have Johnson Ridge sewage plant that's up there. That's something that's very much needed in the Johnson Ridge area. And we have, finally, we also have a $1.7 million partial payment for the Bayou Terrebonne dredging project.
Not like y'all don't have anything going on, huh?
Well, I started to bring that stack of papers that we got, Kim. It's like this, and most people think it's just riding around looking at this and making phone calls. No, that's not necessary. So, because to actually represent the people, we have to be knowledgeable, because administration actually come to the council. They either paying someone, asking to pay someone, asking for permission to do something, or make changes. And that's our job as a council to actually, I wouldn't say oversee the administration, but the administration really has the power to do what they want according to the law that we actually have on the books in the Home Rule Charter.
And Kim, let me come to you. A lot of people, we were talking at lunch today, and a lot of people in this parish don't realize how big the garbage contracts are. But like I told them at lunch, just imagine your garbage wouldn't be picked up. How would you feel? They go, that's on top of people's list, but garbage is a big thing.
Very much so.
Always has, and it always will be.
Yeah.
So y'all are awarding that tonight, or is that Wednesday? Tonight?
Well, actually, what happens tonight in our committee meeting, that's why the importance of it, our committee meetings, because in that particular committee meeting, it would actually go forward to the council meeting, and then it will be ratified in the council meeting. So if no one is there to, have opposition to it, question anything, only thing that comes up in the council meeting is that we're going to pass the minutes of that particular committee in that meeting. So really the meat and potatoes is actually taken care of. Any
that
questions?
Was bid out, right?
Yes. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Right. It was.
People need to be. People would need to attend the committee meetings to really find out what's coming up on the Wednesday, because Wednesday is just okaying some of the things that we went through on some of these committees, and so that's kind of where we'll look at it tonight, we vote on it tonight, but it's got to go back to the council meeting. But all the questions and the answering and the going back and forth will happen in those committee meetings. so
Monday's
that we
the
can find
book, Wednesday's the cliff notes, right?
it. Yes.
Yeah, and then we do
Yes.
some certification, commendations and things that are of that nature, and we have to actually have an opportunity for the public to come and address the council. That's the opportunity we take to do so. Another thing about that is that it's the difference between garbage and solid waste. We have Mr. Nakan that runs the dump out there, so that's two different things.
Well, he does a great job.
Yeah, does a wonderful job.
Yeah, he does an amazing
Very
job,
good
and he
job.
uses the technology that he has to work it. And when I looked at it on the MGO Connect process and seeing what he did, I'm like, wow.
Yeah, and that's also big business too. I mean,
Yeah, he is
people don't
doing an
realize
amazing
how
job.
much big business that is, you know?
Yeah.
But, and we'll talk more about it. We're going to take a break here, but we have the quality of life position coming up. I know we'll talk about that. We have other things that we could talk about. Let's do this. We'll take the break just a tad bit early. Here in the first segment, we'll come back and talk about some of those positions coming up. Don't go away. This segment was brought to you by South Louisiana Bank. It's better when we bank together. Welcome back. We are with Council Chair Carly Harding, District 2 Councilman, and Council Vice Chair Kim Chauvin, District 8. And we were sort of leading in from segment 1 to segment 2 with some of the bigger items. Y'all have some department heads that are going to be up and some other items. I'll give you all the floor to talk about them.
Yes. In our Wednesday meeting, of course, we just went through what we may do on Mondays with our committee meetings, and tomorrow, really, April 15, we have 22 condemnation hearings. But Wednesday, there's something put up by the parish president to appoint Mr. Hillary Domain, and we're going to hold that off. We have the conversation. We'll come back later on to actually ratify. You know, man, that's the pretense that we're going to ratify him in 2 weeks. And he's with the quality of life. And quality of life was headed by another individual who actually went on to higher ground, I'm assuming. But when this administration came in, they actually put quality of life in position. And under that heading, we have Bayou Country Sportsplex, Civic Center, Miss Ann Piku, and all her events that she have, the Water Life Museum, things of that nature. Most people think because of the last person that was in the position, Mobile was a recreation guy. Now, quality of life has a broader perspective and a responsibility bestowed upon them that it's going to take some work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, who's up? Is it just one person up for the position on Wednesday?
Yes, the recommendation came in from the parish administration for Mr. Hillary Domain.
Okay. And the range, Kim, on that one is such a big range on some of these. When you look at it, 75 to 150. So what do y'all do? Y'all sort of home in on where the figure should end up based on experience and all?
I would assume that you would do that. I haven't met with them yet. I know that each person, each one of the council people have. I had a family emergency that I had to attend to when it came to that. But I have quite a number of questions when it's going to come to this because I have grandkids that play ball and things are still not in the place that they need to be. And I thought, like, given a year, we would be a little past this and move on. So I definitely have some questions and concerns. As have many parents who have been calling me on this one. So I'm going to kind of reserve that on this part because I haven't been able to ask those questions and I have some pretty direct ones to ask.
Okay.
Well, you know me.
Yeah. Go ahead, Carly.
Yeah, and we actually have 3 different tiers. We had the low, medium, and high. And that has not been revealed. It may be revealed as we go on. Of course, we have 2 weeks to actually iron out the wrinkles and see what we can and cannot do, according to our budget.
I think 75 to 150 is the range. And so everybody's got to decide where the range falls. And I guess that's most positions, right? There's a range on most I guess, director position?
Should be based on experience.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whatever their experience is, they fall somewhere.
Yeah,
Right.
between that and it's up to, and that's what I was saying earlier in the first segment, is the fact that, it is a recommendation coming from the parish president council. And the council has to do their due diligence in reference to what we accept, don't accept, or what is the in-between. That just happened to be the way government works, So we'll see by the end of the month when we readdress it again later on that month.
All right, what other big items y'all have? There's some fire district things on there also? Or
Yeah.
some fire-related items?
Yes, they have, I think the approving of, holding an election for Fire Protection District number 9 in Terrebonne Parish. And
Okay.
so we have to,
And y'all have a lot of boards, committees, and commissions that y'all are gonna be, that include recreation and fire also. And also TARC, right? Y'all have some things with TARC coming up as well?
Yeah, we want to back up a little bit also in reference to what is important with the Community Development Block Grant disaster recovery money. There's been a lot of conversation in reference to the $117 million. So originally when we first had an opportunity to be the recipients of $117 million, there were a number of applications that were actually applied for with deadlines, and we've been extending the deadlines. We had phase 1, phase 2, what's on the project. I think $5 million is in reference to the seafood industry. We have so many dollars actually to Finding Our Roots Museum. And I think the presentation that's going to be given Wednesday night by the administration is where we are, what we have done, what our expectations are, what were the changes that were actually made. So that's the most important thing. I think if we want to find out what's going to happen with that $117 million or how it's being applied and where it's going to be applied, and basically who's going to be the recipients of it.
and I think the general public needs to understand that there are a lot of strings attached to this. It's not like, I wish we could take the 117 and fix our roads. Because I would do it in a
Can't do it,
heartbeat.
yeah.
And I think that that would be the sentiment of most of the council members, along with this administration, but it can't be done.
Right.
There are many strings that are attached to this, or are there some things that we can move and shake and maybe do? Possibly, but it can't be put to where it's really needed, which would be our bridges and roads on that
I wish,
part.
and unfortunately, y'all get blamed for a lot of them, but a lot of them are state highways.
Yeah, and she's absolutely correct in reference to that, the $117 million. And the other thing about that, we have to spend our money first before we actually draw down off that $117 million. So we have to have ourselves in the right position
There's
to
some
do so.
liabilities that go with it, yeah, I
And
understand.
there's some explanations that needs to happen to the general public, you know.
Let's do,
in
we'll
that.
bring y'all back to explain that, because that would be a good show, just to explain. All right, unfortunately, we're out of time. Good luck Monday tonight, good luck Wednesday, and we'll see y'all next time around.
Thank you.
All right.
We'll
Thank
be
you.
right back. This segment was brought to you by Terrebonne Ford. Built Ford tough.